Go. What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You got Ade here.
And you got myself, Ham, still top of the table. I would say it's getting boring, but it will never get boring being top of the table. How you doing, boys? You all right?
Yeah, not bad.
We had to help him put his leg up there. He couldn't stretch.
The lies they tell, the lies they tell.
Firstly, thanks, people. Thanks for listening. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Red Divided. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And all the good stuff.
I hope they find you for putting your leg in the table. I hope they see it and they find you.
Where do we start, bruv? Let's just start with you, Ham. How's your journey to the cottage?
I'll get them for my legs out now. That was just all for image.
Don't pull your hamstring there.
So another away day. Wouldn't say early start. 2:00 kickoff at Craven Cottage.
At least you didn't have to travel out.
Yeah, I
of
have
the
to
city
travel around the corner to me. But
I love Craven Cottage
yeah.
as well. Love it.
First time I've actually been inside the stadium, and we used to train behind it. But first time I played in the stadium, went into the stadium. But it's such a. I'm sure we got Fulham fans and other fans that watch it, but the stadium's dead, bro.
That's all right.
No, I mean getting in. The getting in. It's almost like a health hazard.
Yeah.
It's a health hazard. Yeah.
There's no
'Cause
stadium.
it's like a bottleneck.
Yeah.
You got people trying to, because away fans trying to get up the steps, and other fans trying to join in, trying to get up the steps. So
It's
it's
just
a
a
bit.
cozy stadium. I think my first game I watched
Yeah.
there was Arsenal Fulham as well.
Yeah, no, I went there for the
A lot of people gone there for like Nigeria, Ghana game and stuff like that.
I went
watched-
Nigeria and
yeah.
Italy.
Okay.
Nigeria and Italy was a good
Arsenal.
game
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, Nigeria and
See.
Italy. Yeah. I actually went to that game with Chris.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. Nigeria, Italy. There's a few of us. But it was a good game.
Yeah, I haven't seen them lose. They did Man City and they did Arsenal. I think both games ended 2-2.
Oh, when you went to go watch that?
Yeah.
Sorry, they couldn't do it today. No, so at first it was just like, what kind of stadium is this, bro? We're spoiled at the Emirates, you know. But
Oh yeah, that's what you have to compare.
yeah, exactly. But obviously you got in, and the good news was Trossard was starting, so that was good. I was happy that Trossard was back, because I was thinking, obviously reading throughout the week, that it might be until after international break that he gets back. So you're thinking if he is going to come back, then we're going to have to go Reece, Saka, Martinelli, or ESR. It's just not as potent as having my man in it. And obviously today, the first half performance just showed why he just needs to play. Like it was like we can't wait for him to be. We can't have him injured. We can't have him, Eddie, and Jesus injured.
So when Jesus comes back, who's sitting down?
Leo would have to go and sit down. Trossard will have to
Okay.
sit down.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Because my boy asked me that as well. He's like, bro, when I said, yeah, but you got to remember, Trossard's a bad boy footballer, yeah. But Jesus is a badder footballer, just by a little bit. I don't think there's much in it. But Jesus is a proper like he's probably gonna get more goals to you. But they're very similar, innit?
His numbers are already passed.
The numbers are very similar. But I'm just saying, for me, I'm still gonna take man. But if anything, if it was me personally, then you know who I'm gonna take out. Martinelli gonna sit on the bench, and Trossard gonna play from the left, and Jesus gonna go through the middle, innit? But it's a lovely problem for the manager to have. I'm not the manager, so I'd have to make those
Yeah,
decisions.
especially if Jesus' return amplifies Martinelli.
Yeah,
Right, then
yeah.
it makes sense.
But for me, it's just, and the thing is, right now, Jesus ain't gonna play 90 minutes anytime soon. So it's all right for him to come off the bench or start and come off. But it's a lovely problem, man. Trossard literally played today as if to tell the gaffer that I know you're planning on bringing him back soon, yeah. But it's not me that's coming out of the team. It's not me that's coming out of the team, because from the jump, and it wasn't just him, because I remember looking to my boy and I was saying, so who do we give man of the match to? Because all the boys were good again today. It wasn't a case of someone's helping someone else out or carrying someone. It was literally like the first half was a flawless performance. It was the best first half I've probably witnessed from the boys live anyway this season. And it was just so easy. But I wasn't expecting the game to be easy because it's Fulham. Fulham are having a good season. Yeah, same.
I just don't know what it was.
I wasn't expecting it to be easy.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
Fulham. And Fulham give
Paulinho
us,
being injured.
maybe. But then you got to think, they give us a game at home.
It was a big drop off.
Yeah, they give us a proper game at home, yeah. And then you're thinking, what are they, 7th in the league? 7th, 8th? They're having a very good season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having a really good. So you're thinking, if we go there, it's not a banana skin, but like
Potentially,
it's
it could be,
Because they're playing a good side, but nah, the boys wiped the floor with them. Like I'm not even exaggerating. They wiped the floor with them.
When I saw 2, I was like, nah, this is
Yeah,
too
the
easy.
performance was just flawless, and I don't know what the gaffer said to them, because from Thursday, and obviously we played Thursday, innit? You could probably a bit leggy, obviously after European nights, late Thursday, early Sunday, But there was no fatigue, there was no jet lag, there was none of that. It was a fast start. The ball, everything was moving crisp, and some of the football we played today was. I'm sure the Arsenal fans that watch the game and the Arsenal fans, or maybe even neutral fans that watch it, will be like, yeah, I had a good Sunday afternoon watching the Gunners play today, and like I ran out of things to say about them, innit? Like it was easy. The boys are brilliant. Thomas Partey, a different class in the middle of the park. William Saliba at the back. I mean, the boys just different class, bro. I saw a stat after the game that said he's won the most like tackles or most people trying to take him on. He's at the highest percentage of winning the ball back.
So we're saying
people taking him on. It's almost a myth trying to take him on. Yeah. But and you saw that again today. I mean, he handled Mitrovic very well. Mitrovic is a good target man, but he handled him very well. So did Gabriel. What else is there to say? Saka was quiet again, but I think Saka looks like he's carrying something, or he's just a bit tired. Because I've watched him now 3 games in a row and he's not been good. Leicester away weren't good. Fulham Bournemouth at home weren't really good, and today he had to come off.
I think it's ever since that injury.
That was during the game.
Yeah, he took a big kick. He took a big kick.
He wanted to come off.
Yeah,
but then they patched him up and kept him on. So ever since then, he hasn't been himself.
Yeah, really big. But that's not, once again, that's not a massive problem because, like I said, the squad's just getting back. The only person missing is Eddie now. Everyone's like the bench today. Fabio Vieira's on the bench. Reece is on the bench. Jesus is on the bench. I'm saying that Trossard just started, and then Eddie's still got to come back. So it's not a massive problem. But if he's where he's lacking, Martinelli is stepping his game up like through the roof.
And that's what you need.
You know what I'm saying? So the boys are brilliant, man. I don't really want to go on too much about it, man. It's an easy performance. It's easy win.
Light work.
Back to 5 points. And then what we got, Palace at home next.
Yeah.
Beat them. City don't play, which is a big psychological thing. So City don't play before we play next. So we beat Palace at home. If we beat Palace at home, it's 8 points before they play Liverpool. And you never know, innit? They had the Etihad, but you never know what happens with them.
You never know. Their game.
And then we got Leeds at 3 p.m. after them. So we just got to do our job. Like my boy said earlier today, I'm not like, forget what Man City do. We got to do our job, innit? And we just keep winning football matches. And we don't even have to win that many football matches because we're 5 points clear with 11 to go. You know what I'm saying? So just keep doing what we're doing. And credit to the gaffer. A game that should have been hard was as easy as it will be for us today. And man, credit to the boys, man. Another goal for Odegaard. I think he's got double figures. But it's beautiful. When I look at us here, I just think like extra credit to us. I'm not saying that because I'm Arsenal, but extra credit to us for when Jesus went down. I think it was 5 points clear. Jesus ain't kicked the ball before since the World Cup. He's come back today. He looked razor sharp, and we're still 5 points clear. You know what I'm saying, and that's because Martinelli 12 league goals, Odegaard 10 league goals, Saka 10 league goals. 32 goals from the 3 that play behind Jesus, you know what I'm saying? And Eddie's got, 4 or 5 or something. And Trossard's come in and got, 5 assists, 3 goals. So all the boys are chipping in. They all deserve major credit. I wouldn't say none of them is a standout. Like I said, I think some people here think that Saka is the most important player. I think Odegaard's the most important player. But the recent weeks, I think as a team, as a collective, they've all been brilliant. And, long may it continue, man. 11 to go. And, man. Thank you, Michael Olise. Because there was no need for that challenge yesterday. There was no need. There was no need for that challenge yesterday. Yeah. But we don't need them anyway. We don't need no one to do us any favours. We just got to do what we do. And then hopefully we bring the title home, man, in 11 more games, man.
Cool. What are your thoughts on the game, man? Because it's pretty much the same. Along the lines of what Ham was saying, I didn't think... I thought potential Bernardo scheme game, but I just didn't think Fulham was going to make it that easy. I don't know whether Arsenal was just that good or...
Yeah, no, we were brilliant.
Or Fulham was just terrible. And I think it's a bit of both. Because I've seen Fulham a few times this season and they just don't turn up like that. They offer a lot more than that. And obviously, don't get me wrong, Arsenal was brilliant, but Fulham weren't offering nothing.
Yeah, they weren't there. And I think, I said, their best midfielder wasn't there, which is a big part. Because that battle in the middle of the park is going to be big. So if you've already lost it, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Arsenal are doing what they need to do. Fulham, I definitely expected a closer game. That's why I put all the Arsenal players on the bench.
Same.
But it was just light work. It was just light work for them. So they keep the momentum up. Unfortunately.
Cool.
Fortunately.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, in terms of Jesus, I was gonna ask you, Han, what impact do you think it makes in the team, going into the final stages of the season?
I think with or without him, I still think, like I said, we can win the league, innit? But I think with him, it just adds that extra belief. You got another top player with you, someone that's done it. So he's gone through these last 11 games, innit? Only him and Zinchenko. I don't know if Partey won the league with Atletico Madrid or not. But only him and Zinchenko have gone through. It's in the Premier League anyway. They're only ones that's got 11 games left. We got a title to win. 10 games left. We got a title to win. And you can see, I don't think they'll fold. Him or Zeno won't fold. So I think it's massive that he's back. And he looked sharp today when he come on. He looked sharp, even though it was 20 minutes. He should have had 2 assists. Reece has got a score, and Fabio Vera got tripped up. But he looked sharp when he come on.
He could have got one himself too.
That was right in front of us as well. Yeah, good save by the goalkeeper. But he looks good, man. So I think it's just that extra belief. Someone that's been there, done it, and now he's not just a voice in the squad no more. He can actually impact the games and whatnot. And I think it's massive for us because, like I said, I think some of the boys play kind of took a nosedive without Jesus. Obviously, they've all got back to their levels, but I think when Jesus coming back now, like a breath of fresh air, got our number 9 back. You can see it with the fans today. As soon as he come on the pitch, it's just like we got through the period without him. All of us didn't think. As soon as he went down, shit, we can't win the league no more, top 4. But we're still here, and he's come back to us, and he looks sharp. And I think it's just that extra belief that we can get over the line with Jesus now. 11 games to go. Just give us 5 goals. Just give us 5. That's all I'm asking for. 5 goals, 3 assists. Should get us over the line.
Cool. Obviously you got next Sporting Lisbon. 2-2 away from home. That was a good game actually. The Sporting Arsenal game. I don't think there should be any issue. You guys filling in the job.
Even if they had lost 2-1, I don't expect.
Yeah.
Because especially when teams lose by 1 goal away from home, I'm like, what's the big deal?
Especially now, no away goals and whatnot.
Yeah, especially unless you're Spurs. Like I was expecting everyone to go through. I was like, so what? Chelsea lost, even with the bad form and everything. I still expected them to go through. So it's one of those ones. I expect you guys to go through. But Sporting are a good team. I like it. I like the way they play football. So
they didn't have chances. They create chances themselves away from home, and I think if they had any chance, they had to win that game. They had to, and them not capitalising on the chances that they had. To be fair, Arsenal missed chances themselves too.
Sporting could they'll probably score away as well because they do create chances. They win.
I mean, they beat Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah. Same group of Spurs, and they ran them to the last minute. So it'll be quite interesting to see.
Cool. Yeah, I can't see us having any problems at home anyway. I think the boys should get the job done. It's 0-0, just win the game, innit? And move on to the next round, man.
All right, cool. Straight up to Manchester. Is there anything else on Arsenal that you wanna touch on?
No, it's light. They keep plugging away.
Cool. United. Obviously, the Arsenal game was on TV today. United wasn't on TV. Going into the game, I obviously thought it was going to be Southampton. I didn't
even second guess it.
Yeah, I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I didn't second guess it. I thought we were definitely going to beat them. And then obviously when the red card came through, I was just thinking, what the hell? Because I was watching the Arsenal game, and then I saw like Casemiro red card. I think, what the hell's going on? But remember, obviously I don't know. I haven't seen the tackle at the time.
Sky Sports or Super Sports?
No. I wasn't watching the game. I was watching
the Arsenal game.
Sky Sports.
So Super Sports, obviously they flicker into
other
games.
Oh, okay.
They showed you.
Oh, okay. No, I was watching Super Sports. That's not Sky, is it?
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Fleming didn't say that.
Sharon Wrighty won Super Sport, mate. Yeah. They were the ones.
Okay, cool. So I was watching the Arsenal game and heard about the red card, thinking, oh fuck. Like initially when I first heard about the red card, I just thought, you know what, this guy needs to work on his discipline. Like you can't get like 2 red cards in a short space of time, and especially when you're that important to the team. Like everybody knows how important Casemiro is to like the team. Like it's instrumental. Like without him, we got the likes of Fred and McTominay running around like headless chicken. So
it's gonna be fun the next few games.
Yeah, the next few games.
Newcastle.
Yeah, 4 games. We got Newcastle. We got Brentford away.
Big game.
Big games. Yeah.
Big game.
So yeah, that was my initial thought anyway. But then I watched a bit of that highlight before coming here, and I saw the tackle and listened to the manager at the end of the game. It's just harsh. Like the inconsistency from the refereeing is just poor, man. He doesn't help himself because for the fact that he's giving the referee to think, giving them something to think about. You know the refs anyway. They're not. We talked about how bad the referee in this country is. Like the fact that you're giving them something to think about, the likelihood is they're probably going to come out the other end of things. But you watch it, like I say it time and time again, but like you slow things down, it's gonna look a lot worse. But he actually got the ball, but as he got the ball, his leg rolled over. But I think the mistake that he's made is his studs was showing. It's like anything that your studs is showing nowadays, even if the impact of the tackle is not great, you're already giving the ref something to think about, and that's where you got the ref from. And in terms of like after seeing it, like I do take my comment back about his discipline. I think he's fine. It does make tackles. I mean, it does make fouls to get yellow cards. We know that already. That's to stop up play and to prevent like danger. So we know Casemiro does that a lot. And I think the manager also summed up at the end of the match. The guy's played 500 games in European football. He's never received a card. And you think the Premier League that's supposed to be more competitive, more physical, it's not the league that is getting the red card from, which doesn't make sense. You played in all this other, you played in the Champions League.
Happen, right? Yeah, a couple of them you're like, okay, fair enough. But he's not an aggressive guy. Like you see guys like Tony that get a yellow card every other game. It's not that, but sometimes you just make silly challenges.
Even the moment the yellow card at Palace.
That was just a stupid decision.
But that should have been a red card. And this is what I'm trying to say about the inconsistency of like the referee, and like that should have been a red card. If you're not getting a red card for that and you're giving them a red card for this, it just doesn't make sense. I just think it's harsh. Like,
when I look back at it, I could see why they thought it was dangerous play.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah, no, but yeah, look, we just got to move on from it, to be honest with you. Saving grace is like, obviously, look, it was a nice, Spurs won, Newcastle won, but Liverpool didn't win. So that's a saving grace. And we still got like
the game in hand over Newcastle.
No,
over
Spurs. Yeah,
which will give us 5 points.
Yeah. So, but I mean, we got to play Newcastle, which is fine. We just got to play them without Casemiro in it. Like, it is what it is.
0-0.
Yeah, we just need to go.
Hold it down, man.
Finish 0-0.
So it should be. Yeah, like we got. I think it's Fulham, Newcastle, Brentford at home. I don't know who's after Brentford though.
Those are the games he's missing.
Yeah, I don't know, because we've got Fulham in the FA Cup at home, which is fine. Hopefully we can, if Fulham is playing as bad as they play today, then we'll take that.
Yeah, but the player will be back, innit?
Yeah, then we've got Newcastle away from home. That's after international.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely game.
Newcastle, Brentford, Everton
at home.
Everton at home.
Yeah, so yeah, that's not too bad, to be fair. Yeah, especially like
it comes back in time for the Chelsea and the Spurs games. So.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to play without him. Good thing is we are in a good position anyway as it is. So we ride on without him, man. And and I think the Real Betis game should be done now anyway.
Yeah,
so
it should be wrapped up.
Yeah,
but it could have almost not been wrapped up.
Yeah.
Because why is Anthony doing that?
The dink.
Why didn't he square it?
It's got square.
Yeah,
He's got square.
Yeah.
If it was already 4-1 when that chance came, cool. I'm happy with you trying it, but it's not. Yeah. We're not far enough that you don't guarantee a goal, and that's where the difference between like the better teams are. You guys, City, Liverpool. Apart from Salah when he's trying to be greedy, if you know the importance of a win or guarantee that you go to the next stage, you pass it. I can't imagine a City player not passing it. Right, their game is football. We have to guarantee that this ball is in the back of the net. You pass it, but it's Anthony. I'm not sure if
I think he was feeling himself though, innit? He's got a good goal, innit? So he's trying to get a double, innit? He's like feeling himself, innit?
Nah, because like now, if like let's say the game had finished 3-1 and then we lose at the end of the 2 rounds, I'm gonna go find him. He'll show me. You feel like a bad boy. We'll fight to that.
Yeah, no, it's I think that should be done with that game now anyway. But what are you guys' thoughts on like Casemiro? Are they?
Yeah, obviously as we said, it was like the last red card. You've given the referee a reason to make a decision. Obviously he got the ball first, but I can see why. Like in another situation, you've injured the player, but then that same player did a worse foul last week. Didn't get sent off and then scored a winning goal for Southampton.
Oh yeah,
so it's one of those ones. It is what it is, but I don't think he's an aggressive player. Obviously, because he's so important to us, he needs to cut down on these little errors. Like he's been great, so I'm not gonna say because of like 3 games or something, he erases everything he's done. But he just needs to keep an eye on it because once he's missing, we're back. We have reset.
The Man United that I like.
Regardless of what Rashford is doing, we are reset. So, and that's the issue. And he needs to understand that we always need him on the pitch, even if it's a case that they tell him this is not your job. It's not your job. You cut them out standing up. Don't go to ground. Stop it. We need you. So, yeah. But he's a seasoned pro. Hopefully, he won't be making that mistake again. After missing 4 games, I expect like either he's thinking of his approach will change, or the manager will talk to him and be like, "Brother, please." So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But still a big fan. That hasn't changed much for me. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these games without him go.
What are you saying, Ham?
Yeah, man, silly decision, bro. Stupid player, shit player. Dumb decision, bro. I'm making silly decisions like that when you're that important to the club. No, I'm joking. I don't think it was a red card. I don't think it's a red card. I hate the way football is being ref now, especially if you're centre mid or not even centre mid. You want to make a tackle, innit? Like he's won the ball, and he cannot, under no rules of science or law or gravity, make his foot go through the football so he doesn't raise up. He's made the tackles. He's won the ball, so his foot's bounced off the ball, innit?
Can you do this?
So he can't. Yeah, so he can't do that. So his foot, because he's won the ball, his foot goes over the ball like that. Because he's won the ball, he's gone over the ball like that. And yes, it's a follow through. And for me, it's not foul. If I'm the referee, we're playing on. At best, it's a yellow card. It's not a red. It looks like Tom said. Anything slowed down looks bad. And I can see how when you slow it down, it looks like his studs are raised and it's thing, and it looks like he's out of control and it's dangerous. But it's none of those things, man. It's none of those things. It's none of those things. I guarantee you, in training, those tackles, your managers, and when you're training, they just let you play on. They just play on. You're doing the 7 aside or 8 aside, and you made that tackle. They just let you play on. So I thought it was I don't think it was a red card when I saw it. When I saw it, obviously when I was at the stadium, obviously my brethren to the right of me was just like, Casemiro been sent off in it. And I was like, again. And then obviously, whilst he's doing that, I'm watching my boy Thomas just put on a masterclass at the moment. And I'm thinking, yep, shout out to the Casemiro fans, but I know who I'm taking. And then obviously when I see it when I get home, I think, it's not even.
Yeah, it's not even that.
Yeah. It's like the handball that Liverpool got yesterday. Adam Smith jumps, and Robertson's like this close to him. So if you jump, you have to jump. You jump with your hands, and you can't jump up straight, innit? It's too close for me to give penalties and stuff like that. Like, it's just silly. And for me, decisions like that, with 11 games to go, I'm going to bring it back to Arsenal. But, like, the referee's got to get those decisions right, innit? You've got to get the decisions right. VAR's there. Get the decisions right. We can't afford you to not get those decisions right.
Players can turn that to their advantage, right?
Just jump and go like that.
Just be like, let me try and save it. Like, so for that...
Yeah, I don't agree.
There's a thin line. There's a very thin line of what's the person doing the purpose, because you can do it to your advantage. I'm gonna jump backwards, but I'm gonna put an arm out somewhere. So it's a thin line. It's a very thin line.
Yeah, I don't want penalties given for that, and I don't want people getting like Casemiro or whoever. I don't want players getting sent off for this. For winning a tackle in the middle of the park, which for me is a clean tackle. He has to go through the ball, and it just so happens that there's a player's leg behind the ball, but it's not like he missed the ball and got the player's leg. That's a different tackle. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what
that's a whole different tackle.
If you watch it, you slow it down. It's like you can see his leg rolling over the ball. He's clearly got the ball.
It has to. That's why I hate this rule when they say follow through. I was a guy that made loads of slide tackles. I'm not quick, so I had to make a lot of slide tackles. You're gonna follow through, bro. Yeah. You're going to follow through. It's just the laws of science, the gravity. You're gonna follow through.
Simple physics. It's just simple physics.
You can't stop. If I make a tackle on you, I can't stop myself once I make a tackle and stop. It's impossible.
You need to.
You
need to tense your core. You just stop.
It's just poor. It's just, and I said like, but the thing with him, I'm saying is that if your start is gonna show, if you are gonna go into tackles like that, you're just basically giving the refs something to think about. And although we expect the ref to make the right decision, which he did, to be fair to him, in the game, he gave a yellow. That's fair enough. But then when you go and when you start telling him to go and take a look at it, and he's playing it over and over again, slowing it down.
Yeah, that slow down.
Yeah, it just makes
nothing good
once
comes
he pulls
from
it, there's no context to it no more.
Yeah.
Like it's slow. It's just a picture. And thinking, okay, cool.
Ridiculous.
Like it's a red card, and that's where, it's just.
But when you guys went down to 10 men, did you still want your team to win? Did you still think you was going to beat Southampton at home?
You said, did we want our team to win? No.
No, it's okay. let me rephrase that. Do you think that you're still going to win? Because it was the first half you got the sent off, yeah?
Yeah.
So you still got a whole second half. Do you still think with 10 men we'll beat Southampton
I thought we had the ability.
Yeah.
But I think this is what signals the difference between us and the top teams. because Man City go and win that.
Oh yeah, we're going to win the game. Yeah, I'm not.
100%.
I ain't saying you guys do it yet, but I know Man City would do it.
Yeah.
I feel like Man City would do it.
Because we've seen them.
I've seen Man City. I'm not saying any. I won't say any top. I won't say any team would just go and do that. But because we've seen, I know Man City is capable, and you've seen them. I think Man City would do it. It's easy to say that. Okay, Man City would do it. But I said, like, you are right, bro. Like when you are down to,
we do it this season. The way we're playing.
I don't know, but I said
because the reason I name Man City is because I know I've seen them
do it. Yeah,
but obviously, I say that gap, but you guys are along with the Man City. When it happened, I was like, we should still be.
Yeah. When it happened, I just thought like we just ride it out for a bit, that we will get 1 or 2 chances, and then see if we can tape those chances. But it got to the point when it got to 75th, 76th minute, I was like, you know what?
This might be it.
Just get the draw. Don't concede.
Especially when they're getting chances.
Yeah. Then when I've seen that. When they hit like the bar,
if he goes down, if he doesn't stay in the Prem, then it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No, it will get a team easy. Like it's not going to.
Just depends if he wants to stay loyal to them. Innit? He's their captain. He might want to stay loyal.
Yeah, it's up to it's true.
Come back with them. But I think a bottom half or top half team takes him anyway. To be fair, I like James Ward-Prowse. I think he's a good player.
Yeah. I'll give everyone a handshake, every single person on my way out.
I think he's a good player.
I'll buy chocolates.
Nah, that's to your point, Ham. Yeah, like I can't lie. I just thought, okay, same thing. I was thinking. I think we have enough here, but I still know our vulnerabilities at the back that we always give chances away. So I thought, you know what, if we can just ride through that. That storm.
Wan-Bissaka had to save one off the line on that, innit?
Yeah, keep hit the bar. Keeper had to make a couple saves.
Okay.
Even during 10, like when they had 11 man, the game made the first save.
He did well.
Yeah, so and that's the point I was going to bring up is that, bro, our first half performance just hasn't been good enough for me, bro. Second half, like even like in the Real Betis game, first half I just don't think. We create a couple of chances, don't get me wrong, but the performance is not as controlling as the second half. A lot of our second half seems a lot more convincing, controlling, and creating a lot more chances. I just don't understand why. We need to get that right. We need to get right off the block. We need to stop making those second half changes.
But you know, some people it's different tactics. I'm not sure if I've sent you guys some Tito football video thing. How some managers actually, it's part of their tactics.
Okay.
That you play more intense or you have a different tactic for certain periods of the game. And that's why we might say Arsenal, we might emphasize the beginning of the game. And because that's actually might be the manager's tactics that during this period and this period, this is when you focus. I'll dig it out and I'll send it to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, like especially with the personnel. If it's the same personnel and we're saying it's not good enough, but you keep repeating it, it's like, bro.
Yeah, it just hasn't like. I'm not talking about a couple games now. I'm talking about this is a handful of games now that I just thought the first half performance just. But then we come out the second half a total different team. It just doesn't make sense for me sometimes. But look, it is like as we say with like Ten Hag, it is the starting process. It's the beginning of the process for him, innit? So hopefully this is like issues that he's able to rectify further down the line.
You're gonna have to ride that out. You're just gonna have to just come to the territory.
Yeah.
Have to ride that
Literally,
out.
that's what I was thinking. However way we're gonna ride out the season in terms of like just to get to the top 4, we need to find a way to ride it out. And then just move on. Hopefully, we can focus on if we're still in the cups and wherever it is. But we've had a lot of opportunities to push away from the rest of them, we've never capitalised with it. But it's just typical United, really, to be honest with you. So, we'll wait and see. Like I say, should we just round up the other Premier League games? What were you saying about Olicio? What were you saying about him?
I'll ban him, bro. Ban him, bro. There's no need, man. There's no need.
It doesn't matter. You say you don't need anyone else's help anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna refuse help. I'm not gonna refuse help. I'm gonna refuse it when I need it. I'm not gonna refuse it. Like it's just, I'm looking at my phone and it's 79 minutes, and I was driving in it. So I didn't get to see the game in it. I saw the first half. I was driving for the second half. And then I see that he got to like 78 minutes. You know when you got the flash score. Because I think it's 79th.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, I think it's still 0-0. I don't want to get overly excited that they're gonna drop points. But in my mind, when I'm talking to myself, I'm thinking, this could be it still. This could be it still. And then my boy messages in the group, that Arsenal group, that I thought Palace were gonna hold out, but my flash score hasn't come through yet. So I'm thinking that he's just saying that, they had a chance. They had a chance, innit? Just saw the flash score, flash up, Haaland penalty. First thing I thought was, 6 points fantasy. But then I thought, no, fuck fantasy, bro. I need them to draw points, bro, and it's this close to the end. And then you know what made it worse? This is why fantasy. Flash score does that for you lot as well when it messes up on names, innit? Bro, it told me that Lokonga gave away the penalty. If you saw the way I was, Lokonga, please, I need family, please, I beg you. It was a moment of rage. I don't mean to abuse your ancestors. It's a moment of rage. But it was only today that when I saw the highlight, my boy said, that was Elise, fam. I said, Flash score told me that it was Albert, Sambi, Lokonga.
You need to go to his house. And
that's why I said publicly, please, his ancestors, don't come for me at night. Please. No. But, yeah, man. I guess they're not gonna stop, innit? They're not gonna stop. They have no reason to stop. Pep's not gonna let them stop. And I guess it's gonna go right down to the wire, innit?
To be fair, City, they had a very good first half. They should have scored. They had a few chances. They should have scored. Second half, Palace were able to contain them. Man City was still pressuring, but that's why you need experienced players like Gundogan. He bought that penalty easily. Some plays, because there was nothing in it. He could have just stood up.
Clattered into him. He could have stood up.
He could have stood up.
Why stand up? Why?
He just bought it. I was just,
Why?
As soon as I saw that, I said, my guy. I went. He stood up and then he bought it easily. And then the scored. I reckon they would have struggled to score if they didn't score that penalty.
That's what I'm saying. Bro.
It's just one of those games where they missed the chances.
Could have been 0-0 like last season. They went there last season and drew 0-0.
Because even when Alvarez came on, the first chance did you see his turn? Dirty. Disgusting. Oh my goodness. I wanted him to finish it so bad because the turn was disgusting.
I like it.
Yeah. He changed the dynamic a bit as soon as it came on. Because Foden didn't have a good game at all. But yeah, they just eventually got away with it, man. But as I said, that's what they're gonna keep doing. They're gonna keep fighting, and they're gonna go to. If they are gonna lose the league to you, it has to be until the very end. So
over to you, Liverpool. Over to you.
I'm
not asking for 7. I'm not asking for 7. I'm not asking for 7 like you gave these lot. Even if it's just 4. Even if it's just 4.
So the next Premier League game is, but that's after international.
Yeah, they got Liverpool at home though.
So this is our last Premier League game until after international as well.
You got FA Cup, innit?
Okay, fair enough. Talking about Liverpool, let's go straight on to Liverpool. They should have saved some of their goals. They should have saved some of their goals for this week.
You know why I loved it? The amount of times, and I told you this, the amount of times they've said that we're back this season. They don't even wait for 2 games in a row.
But who's saying we're back though? It's definitely fans. Okay, yeah, fans. Cause
every time we're back. And I'm like, just give it, just calm down. Give it 2
win
games
3 or 4.
So that you're not embarrassed the very next week. They were like, nah, we're turning around, we're coming. The same players that
maybe this is the new front 3. Gakpo, Nunes, and
Salah.
Forget Mane. Forget Mane and Firmino.
That's what they're saying. Forget them. Now Klopp should be sacked. Very next week. They're 2.0, 2.5.
Bro, how do you beat Man United 7-0 and go to Bournemouth and lose 1-0? Someone has to write a book. How is that even possible?
I love it. I fucking love it.
How is that possible?
Bro, you know what? Van Dijk, you got to take some sort of responsibility for that goal because did you see him? Why did he stop running?
Yeah, I think in Van Dijk's mind he's thinking I don't want to get blasted by the brother, so I'm gonna pass him on to whoever's playing left by Robertson.
But Robertson was on the right. On the outside of him.
So he's thinking I'm that's your job.
No, but Robertson can't possibly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's Van Dijk's fault. Van Dijk has to take ownership.
I was about to put this.
Yeah, but in Van Dijk's mind, he just said, "Yeah, you do that."
But what's he gonna do when he's on the outside of the player? The player's facing
because you can see Van Dijk and then just stops.
And he
just stops and said, "Yeah, you do that."
And that's the only frustrating thing about that player is that he loves to do everything so clean. He doesn't want to look.
Hard work.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get dragged into the trenches. He just likes to do everything clean. He wants to win the header nicely.
The good-looking guy, bro.
The stats need to say that. Yeah, the stats need to say I didn't slide tackle. Bro, you should be there until the very end before you cross that ball.
What if the ball hits him in the face? You're not gonna fuck up his fine boy. Like that, bro. Yeah, with the hair, like it, bro.
Joe, he puts the Joe down.
Yeah, don't know what fragrance he's using.
Yeah, he's got to take accountability for that goal. And then your boy missed that pen. What was that penalty going, bro?
I was like, what was your aim?
Like he was trying to be he was trying to do something. He didn't want to just score the penalty. He wanted to
wanted
score
to
it with
put it
pizzazz.
with
Yeah,
pizzazz.
with pizzazz, with panache.
What,
He was going for that.
spelling
And the
was
way it just
incorrect.
went. It just went. It just went, fam. Just went. Boston cost me 7 points on fantasy, fam. Boston, bro.
As long as someone made him captain, bro.
Bro.
Oh,
The
yeah.
thing it just went. Like when I was like, it didn't even go wide a little bit.
It's
It
because of
just
the
went.
type of penalty he was going for. When
Yeah.
you miss it,
Yeah.
looks terrible. It's just like
Yeah, it wasn't.
Because I'm telling you, he was going for that top hand corner, top stance.
nicely.
Top
So
stance.
when he missed, I was just what?
Yeah,
What's
no.
wrong with your foot?
I even thought, did he was there a little slit?
Nah, there was
before
no
he
bubble.
could
No,
ball?
he
Yeah,
was
it
literally
nothing,
going for he was look.
Yeah.
You don't cut your toenail.
The fuck, bro.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a great.
Nah, man.
Um,
No top 4 for them, man. All this day, Mike. No top 4 for them, bro.
bruv, after
top
they beat
four
us
for them,
7-0, I don't want them to make it.
Yeah, no top 4 for them.
After
Nah, man. They
7-0,
shouldn't. They actually
nah,
shouldn't. They actually
bruv.
shouldn't. By the way, the season, what were you? 26, 27 games in, yeah?
Hopefully they
Then,
lose
yeah.
to City as
Nah,
well,
man.
it's fantastic.
Nah. Give that top 4, Newcastle, and you guys can have it. That's it, bro. Tottenham don't deserve it because Tottenham are shite. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. That's a lovely chant. The shit.
To be fair to Tottenham, they've been in the running throughout, despite how bad they've been in the season. They're not too far off of top 4.
They're not. They're there. They do this every season, though, innit? They're always there or
I'm cool with
thereabouts.
Brighton getting it anyway, so
Yeah.
They're always there or
'Cause
thereabouts.
I thought,
man.
yeah, the Brighton beat Leeds yesterday.
you thought they did.
No, I
No,
said
what-
if they beat,
Oh,
if
if
they would have beat Leeds yesterday, and then they got Palace, bro, they would have went ahead of Spurs with the games that hand in hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough ask for Brighton, but
Yeah,
as
I'm
long as they
looking at
keep pushing anyway, we'll see where they are.
I think Europa League Football Conference is brilliant for
Yeah,
them. Whatever it
brilliant.
is. I'm not looking at
I
them for
remember when they
Champions
got
League.
promoted.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was living in Crawley back then, and the way they've moved up,
Yeah.
Nah,
I think they'll be good still.
it's great regardless.
In terms of the relegation battle, a lot of things have changed over this weekend. I don't even think any of them lost. Did any of them lose?
Forest lost, didn't it?
Apart from Forest, yeah.
Forest lost.
All of them.
West Ham drew.
Crystal Palace
West Ham
lost.
drew. Leeds drew.
Crystal Palace lost.
Palace are in trouble though.
Everton won.
They're still 5 points away from relegation.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I don't see Palace getting dragged into it though, so I'm not looking at them
I
as
see it,
relegation.
bro. I see
No,
all
no.
of them.
Yeah,
Nah.
it only takes one game to be honest. 'Cause
takes
Palace
one
had
game,
1 in
bro.
9. That's the
Yeah.
issue though.
I don't see them getting dragged into it.
They're 3 points above relegation.
Uh,
3
They're not going down.
3 points. They might
They're
not go
not
down,
going
but how can you say they're not dragged?
They're dragged
They're
into it
only
already,
3
yeah.
points.
They're
Okay,
already
well, they're not going down.
They're already
That's
in it.
fine.
I don't know what your problem
I'm
is.
cool with that saying.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem
But saying
is. Your prediction is the same as mine.
Whoa.
Everton, Bournemouth, and Southampton.
one win.
Everton, Bournemouth, and Southampton is all your predictions. So don't worry about
But
that.
it keeps changing though, bro.
Yeah,
It keeps changing. So
Yeah.
like,
I said
now,
I'm not
to be
gonna-
honest
I'm
with
not
you,
gonna bother
Do you want to change your prediction?
No, I said it last time when we said it.
Okay.
I can't because everything changes so much. I'm just sticking to it. There's just been too much change since the window closed.
no, Palace is a bit more than that. Oh yeah, shit, it's free.
Are you trying to
Palace's problem is that they can't fucking put the ball in the back of the net.
No,
They
they
ain't
can't,
had
they
Trossard on
can't.
target in 3 games.
Yeah, but they can't. But they're not even creating
here?
much though. Like,
What's the aim of the game? Not to score.
yeah,
Nah.
I think when they get in front of goals, the dribble, they're behaving like James Harden, dribble. They're doing a lot of dribble, bro. It's too much, man. Bro, just be a bit more direct.
I think their thing is their middle, whatever Pat does, and whether they still keep him in the summer, is that middle of the park needs to change. Because there's nothing wrong with the 3 players he's got behind us. So the striker needs to change, and the middle of the park, the 3 that he's got, Elise, Eze, Zaha,
Yeah.
they just, if they get fed right at the right time, you're a striker at it, so you know I could play the ball to you 100 times, yeah. But if I play it a second late every 100 times, it will look like you received the ball 100 times.
Oh, yeah,
but
100%,
what's your productivity with that ball? Because you're not getting it at the time you need it, the space you need it, where you need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they could pass the ball to Zaha, but he's got 3 players on him all the time. So it looks like he's not doing his job. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think whoever's playing that, whoever's playing centre mid, whether it's Decore, Slop, Miljevic or whatnot,
He don't
their
even play
forward
no more.
passing is not good enough or quick enough to release the forward to go 1-on-1 with their fullbacks or centre half. You know what I'm saying? They're always playing against a block.
Yeah.
They're never going at nobody 1-on-1 and then get a ball
But
in the
then
box or nothing.
even when
I'm
those
saying.
guys get the ball, yeah, there's no one in the box. Like there's no the strikers.
There's no
Even the
like,
goals
there.
that they do score, the midfielders run
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
And score the goal or score. From
yeah,
outside
they're
the
struggling, man. They're struggling, but I don't see them.
Because who played in the middle part for them yesterday?
Slot,
Who
Lokonga, and Miljevic. Yeah.
Like,
Chelsea
so-
won though.
Yeah, no, they played well, man. To be fair, Leicester did miss some Drisby all that chance.
I see that.
It shouldn't. You should have been missing that. So they're quite fortunate.
Yeah.
As a professional footballer.
No.
Man. We just got stuck on his foot or something, innit?
Oh yeah.
No, it should.
But Chelsea look good. Chelsea look good. What's that 3-3 now, innit? Including the Champions League and that.
Yeah. They played one in the Champions League.
They played one in the Champions League against
League.
Dortmund. Yeah.
Dortmund. Who was before that? Was it Leeds?
They won 1-0 Leeds at home. Yeah.
To
steady the ship, and then yesterday 3-1.
Yeah. So
and I'm trying to think their goals. Kovacic's goal. I love Kovacic as a footballer. I absolutely love him.
All their goals. All the goals were good, though, innit? Chilwell scored. Chilwell, did he celebrate?
100% you got to celebrate. 100% you got to celebrate.
Has the relationship been that bad?
Yeah, because they were brushing
fans?
him. He fetched them £50 million.
Oh, okay.
He come from the academy and fetched them £50 million, and they were still saying that they were still getting onto him.
I don't care, bro. I just scored a goal. I don't give a damn about you.
I loved it.
Nah, man, I love it, bro. Give it to them, bro. Give it to them, bro. Give it to them.
Nah,
give it to them.
Goal as well.
Chilly's a bad boy player, bro.
In his head,
Chilly's a bad boy player.
What do you think? Imagine it was the last game of the season. He scored knowing that they're going down. Do you think he's celebrating?
Yeah, 100%. Him and Madison might not talk for like a week or two, but then they'll be fine again, bro.
You think he's celebrating that? No, that would be mad.
I'm gonna bring Chilwell into my team now that they seem to be all right.
But no, it's good though. I'm not happy for Chelsea, but like I said, I'm a massive Graham Potter fan. So it's good to see it.
It's great. It's good to see him, and hopefully, they got you guys soon. Hopefully, they'll do something by the time they're.
It's true.
Yeah, because they got to come to us, innit?
Yeah.
They've
got to go. Emirates have got to come to Old Trafford. They got to go to. Did they go to City? They got to go to City, innit?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that's. To be fair, that's what I was going to talk about.
What are they playing for though, Chelsea?
Just
top
playing?
4? Europa League.
Europa League. They can't make top 4.
Well, I'm just want to know what they're playing for.
Don't swing that way.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Or win the Champions League.
They'll win Champions. Yeah. That's the aim. That's
probably what it is, isn't it? Win the Champions League. Yeah. What are they playing for?
Quarter finals, like anything.
That's what I'm saying. So winning the Champions League must be what they're playing for, isn't it?
Yeah, knockout stage. Yeah,
it's got to be.
And then the thing is, they just got to start. They just got to win games and then see where they are within the last 2-3 games to see whether we can get Europa League or whatever it is. The most important for them is just focus on the Champions League and just start winning games again and then see where they are.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to say, in terms of City's got a lot of their big games at home. They've got you at home, Liverpool at home, and Chelsea at home. So I think that's the only
blessing for them.
If they don't lose point anywhere else before those big games, that's another
100%
for them.
Whereas we got to go away.
Yeah,
we got to go away to Anfield. We got to go to St James's Park, and we got to go away, and we got to go Etihad.
Yeah, and I think Man City's got Newcastle at home as well. No, they beat Newcastle.
They beat Newcastle.
They beat Newcastle. They got Liverpool.
That's why that cushion is important for us. That 5 point, whatever it is, cushion is vital for us, bro. Because it affords, just if we do lose, it affords a loss or two away from home.
Away from home games.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Brentford and Brighton. Apart from that,
cool. Is there anything else we missed out on before we?
BBC, hypocrisy. Ian Wright, Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer done the right thing. I think it's absolutely. Did you not see what Gary said? Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Yeah, because freedom of speech should be allowed, and he didn't say anything wrong. If they didn't like what he said, I don't think what he said was enough to say, yeah, you can't present match of the day. Like, what are we doing here? What society are we living in now that I can't have a different opinion to the sitting government and whatnot? And I said their words are likened to the language that was used in Germany in the 30s. I didn't say that there's any Nazi, nothing like that. So, and for them to drag him for that, much worse things have been said on the BBC platform. But what I wanted to get was just the solidarity that Ian Wright and Alan Shearer showed and all the other presenters and whatnot. And it led me to a post that I saw on Instagram, and it's so true. Like,
black players.
It's got to happen, innit? It's got to happen. It's a conversation I want to have, but it's got to happen, bro.
You know what?
Me and my brother talking about that today, and he's thinking it probably won't happen, but it should happen.
Probably won't happen.
It should happen.
If we're all players, and something like racial happens, I'm gonna call you guys on a Saturday and be like, "Where you guys at?" You're like, "Oh, I'm all the way to the match. I'm at home eating cereal," and then you guys just turn around and go straight.
No, it should happen. It should happen. It should happen where because something's got to be done sooner or later. We can't keep saying, give the club a fine, ban them, let's wear an armband, let's kneel down.
You need to go hard.
Yeah.
That's what they let. BBC could have never imagined what happened this weekend.
No, of course not. Of course not.
I watched the match of the day. I was like, what am I watching?
Bro, I'll tend to
I didn't even go to it.
No, you have to experience.
I didn't go to
it.
No,
you have to.
I didn't.
What was it? They just showed the matches. No commentary.
No, but you still don't understand.
I don't think you understand. Let me explain.
Yeah.
Let me actually explain this. Yeah. So I was with my friends yesterday, like patting them. I was over at mine, innit? So I was like 10:40. I was like, oh, let me see the rubbish that they're doing at match today. Look, match today will finish.
What?
No. Yeah. No, but you even checked at the end.
Match today was finished
At 10:40.
Bro, it was like the whole show was like 15-20 minutes.
So I turned to it while it was already on. So it says play live or play from the beginning.
Yeah. So you said play from the beginning.
So I said play from
BBC
the beginning.
iPlayer, yeah.
It just started.
And the first game was.
Bro, there's no commentary. There was no commentary as well.
Yeah, I know there's no commentary.
You know when sometimes you're not fully watching something, so there's certain parts of the thing that will remind you to look. So I look this way, and then because there's no words.
By the time you look back, so
it's finished. I have to go back and say, let me see some of the action. But
yeah.
I was like, no, you have to experience. I can't.
No, I wasn't giving them no viewership, bro. I wasn't giving them no viewership.
I went to go and check it yesterday.
No, because I tweeted as well. As soon as I saw because I thought it was ridiculous. Because I saw them, I didn't know what happened. Yeah, when I went on my YouTube, maybe on a Thursday, whenever I saw Gary Lineker getting stalked by paparazzi. So I thought, all right, what's going on with Gary? Obviously, we all love Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker is a national treasure to us, isn't it? Like Des Lynam done a great job at Match of the Day when we were young and we watched it and we thought, who the hell's going to take over from Des Lynam? And Gary Lineker does an amazing job presenting Match of the Day, World Cups, European Championships. It's been a brilliant, isn't it? So, I love Gary. So I see it and I think, click it. I think, what's going on here? I see, he says, normally, all right, what's happened? Let me go to Twitter. First point of call. I go to the tweet. I said, and so bloody what? Yeah. What did he say?
I was like
so I tweeted, like, what the fuck? There's absolutely nothing wrong with what he said.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened until I saw that Sky Sports thing. I just saw him like exactly the same thing. He's calling games. Chased by paparazzi.
They now ask him, are you going to retract? No, I'm not going to take my statement. Are you going to apologize? No. And I'm happy that he's saying that he's not going to.
Yeah. That apologize, you're disrespecting me as a human being.
Nah, man, he didn't say nothing wrong.
Who am I apologizing to? The question is, who am I actually apologizing to?
Nah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, and it's the hypocrisy too, because like there's other like senior leaders at the BBC that they've made political statements.
People have said much worse things, man.
Much worse, and
bro, we didn't watch the starting thing of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Don't take the piss.
What are you talking about?
Don't take the piss.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Never having that, man. I love the fact that Ian Wright and Alan Shearer come out. All of them, man, said,
to be fair, I think it got to the point where when a lot of people dropped out, some of them I thought, I can't possibly. I don't think they might have the same. They might change.
Yeah,
100%.
But in their mind, thinking I can't now be that scapegoat.
Yeah, 100%.
It's life, right? Not everyone has the same view, so they're definitely out of 100, at least 20, 30 that don't have that view.
Yeah,
but I feel sorry for the little man, right? Because all these guys that are getting $1 million a year, or 50K in a parent, the little man might be getting £100.
Yeah.
And he's just doing it to support.
No, he has to. We got to take a stand though.
That's taking bread out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And he might not
but
get that job.
And that's the whole point going back to the black players not doing it, because it will be taking bread out of some of their mouths, isn't it? Because some of them will be like, bro, like my parents' fee pays for my daughter's private school, fam.
Some of them that never going to get jobs again. So the guys that are commentating, they just go and pick up.
Yeah, it's a fine line though. You got to stand for something though in life, man.
What are you saying?
It's true.
We would have said no if someone to put res divided.
What?
MOT.
No, I would have said no, man.
If they call me, I'll say which car park.
Nah.
Which car park should I go?
That's
which car park?
Nah, bro.
Which car park? No. Because the fact is, I don't see anything wrong with what Gary's done, and people are making a stand. Well, let me quickly go and get some cash.
No, but the BBC wouldn't pay us though. They would say it's for exposure.
No.
Exposure.
Then if they're giving me exposure, I
That's
don't want
it.
it.
Exactly. So you'd have to turn it around. Yeah.
It's cocoa money.
Yeah, but they wouldn't pay us.
But if they're paying me like 100K,
yeah, but they wouldn't.
A T-shirt with votes. I say no votes.
No. You would say vote Conservative, vote Tories.
I'll say freeze freeze it. Let there be no water for them to cross on. Freeze it.
No immigrants.
No more black people in this country.
We need to stop the boats by fire, by force. Send them back to Africa.
Send them back. I think I have some tea, please. Some Yorkshire tea, please.
No, disclaimer, this is not our actual thoughts.
This is not our thoughts at all.
This is not a political station or whatnot. We just fully agree that the solidarity that Ian Wright, Alistair, and all his colleagues have shown is exemplary. And I personally, I speak for myself here, and I would say I would love that if all the black players had said, "Fuck it, this weekend none of us is playing, fam." Cool. Someone like Palace would field 2 players, the goalkeeper and the centre back. That's it.
It's cool because I don't normally watch the 3 o'clock BBC. What is it called? Final score.
Yeah, I don't watch.
I watch Sky, so
I watch Sky. Yeah.
So I was like, BBC, you are screwed because
But we'll see what happens, innit?
The guy that made that decision would have never imagined that was going to happen, bro. And that was dope. I just say, like, it was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was
when
brilliant.
you get sudden diarrhea,
Yeah,
you would have gone that last night.
it was brilliant, man.
Yeah, because they tried to talk Gary down. He said, "Nah, bro. No,
Because you know what hurts me as a human being? Who are you telling me to apologise?
Yeah. I think what made it worse is the fact that they said Gary's going to take a back step, which was a lie.
Yeah, which was
Yeah.
And
They probably hadn't spoken to him.
Yeah, they're trying to insult our intelligence with that.
Yeah.
And look at, and the thing is, it's you're in the social media. What you can go straight to the source now, and he's basically said no, that.
I ain't taking nothing back, and I ain't apologising. I ain't saying nothing wrong,
Take
bro.
it back and apologise. Take the piss.
Lastly, let's just quickly finish up with that Barcelona saga. You guys, have you seen it? Yeah.
So Real Madrid said they're going to court.
Real Madrid are not playing around. So basically,
them.
all it was is basically like to find out that Barcelona has been paying some referee official stemming from like 2001 to 2018. They've been paying him and his company.
What, paying him what
money?
No, but
talking to 7 to 8 million. They've paid
for
him.
what though?
For service.
Has he been refereeing the games though?
No.
But I think he delegates.
So what is he? So it's almost like the Juventus gate type of thing. The Juventus one back in the day.
Yeah, but they're saying their argument is that they're using him for analysis. Like instead of having to have their men like do the analysis, he provides it for them. So that's their argument.
No. Yeah, that has to be the argument. So what's the other clubs trying to say that Barcelona been paying the ref to influence decisions?
Yeah.
No, man, I don't believe that, man.
Bro, you can't be paying. Why are you paying? Why is the ref doing analysis for you? That's ridiculous.
The head of refereeing in England.
Yeah, but you guys had that in Howard Webb.
No,
are you alright?
But we didn't spend money on it.
Okay, we had it in Howard Webb.
No, but
you just didn't pay Howard Webb.
No,
so there's no trace, there's no link.
Exactly.
But we all know that Howard Webb was paying for Man United.
No.
We all know that Howard Webb was on your payroll.
Thank
you very much.
But there's no trace.
You don't dispute that.
There's no trace.
Exactly, there's no trace. But it happened.
But when you're
fighting, but it happened.
In this case, forget Howard Webb. In this case, and I just said he's kind of like the Juventus. You can see a paper trail. You paying a referee, bro. Why the hell do you need to pay a referee? Well, obviously, I don't know what Real Madrid are not having it. They're like they're not having it. And of course, if I'm your closest rival, where like I've missed out on titles, there's no way I'm having it. We'll see you in court straight away.
I wouldn't care, to be honest. But
we'll see.
The past is the past for me.
I'm trying to take United to court, fam, for Howard Webb being on your paybooks, fam. But like you said, there's no trace.
There's no trace, bro. I did that thing proper.
I understand. I know Alex Ferguson, David Gill, all them man there, bro.
Fergie didn't leave any trace.
Nah, there's no trace, bro. But we all know that Howard was on the payroll, bro. We just can't prove it, innit? We can't take United to court of law and get Howard Webb and you know what I'm saying?
Like, paying Mancini, but then paying him at the side and then documenting. No, we don't document shit.
Yeah, it's true. That makes sense. Bro.
All right, cool. Anything else apart? So what you say? You don't believe Barca was doing that? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just don't think. How can you be that in this day and age? Like, how can you be that fucking stupid, huh?
I don't know.
That's how I see it. I just think, how can you be that fucking stupid in this day and age?
But it has been done. But Juventus done.
Yeah, I see. But they're dumb though.
Yeah.
Juventus
that's what I'm saying. But that's the question, though. That's what I'm saying.
Juventus they just got that again. They're not getting any smart.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's what teams are like. They're stupid, isn't it?
Dumb,
that's what it's like. You think about it, like the Man City saga and all of that. Bro, teams do it.
Everyone's trying to find a loophole.
Yeah, everyone's always trying to
just expose himself to some women. He ain't seen Mendy. He did not see what Mendy's been going through all this time.
Yeah, people.
People are stupid.
People are stupid, isn't it? It'll be interesting to see what it is. But I just said I don't think that she changed anything. I don't think that she now change. But it depends on what the
titles. And stuff.
Yeah.
No. The past is the past.
I
Stop begging it.
I don't think they should change anything.
Hey, I will take that 2006
Nah,
Champions League.
Stop begging it, fam.
Hey, listen. There was no need to send Lehman off.
No, it was a Spanish league, so Champions League has
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to do with
Why?
it.
Why not?
Nothing.
How do you know the referee wasn't
There's
influencing the
nothing to
Champions
do with you
League?
guys being shit.
How do you know?
How do you know why you know this Arsenal fans
Taking it.
have the same blood running in their DNA? Yesterday when Pat was on my
How
house,
do you know?
You know what Pat said? Pat said I knew something was wrong when Van Persie scored that goal at the new camp. When he got sent off. When he got sent off at the new camp. That's why I know you guys got the run.
Do you remember? And it's not because I couldn't hear it. How could in a 90,000 stadium? You must hear the referee blow the whistle. Send him off, second yellow.
Yeah. Because it's like when the Man City thing came up and everyone's going back to calculate which title they were. That's done, fam. It's done. Let's move on.
Nothing will happen anyway, man.
Give them their punishment and let's move on. Probably give them
you
an
never
extra
know,
100
though,
mil.
It depends on how serious they do take it, innit? Like, look at Juve. Juve got punished for it. Like, so if they do feel like something was serious, if there was like serious gross misconduct there, then they have to do something. If
I'm not sure Spain will do that.
Oh, you don't think they will do that?
Real Madrid and Barcelona are the only thing they have in this world.
But I'm saying it depends. As I'm saying, it depends on how much of a fuss Real Madrid are causing, though. If Real Madrid are saying no, we're not having that's a long time. 17 years, 2001 to 2018.
They should just calm down.
So it's a long. As I said, I think it all depends on how serious Real Madrid takes it. Whether Real Madrid feel like
they need Barcelona to be able to sell TV rights.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
I don't care enough about it, bro. It don't affect my title race. It don't affect my title chance.
All right. Thanks, people. Thanks for listening again. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Next week, Arsenal's playing, right? We're not playing. We've got FA Cup.
We got FA Cup.
Yeah, you guys got FA Cup. We got Palace.
So yeah, it should be a good one. We'll be back next week. We out. Peace.